What picture are you painting for the investor base right now, Jeff?
Well, thanks for having me, Caroline. Yesterday was a really important day, and if I just take a step back, in many ways, we reintroduced H&R Block to our investors. Over the last couple years, the advancements we've made in digital capabilities, in quality, improving pricing for millions of Americans. And so we just reset the foundation about what we've been up to, and then we turned to the future, what we call Block Horizons, and we outlined our growth strategy in three big areas: building on our small business, expanding our financial products portfolio, and continuing to digitize all facets of the consumer tax experience, what we just refer to as Block Experience. So it was a very good day. We shared a lot of new news and ultimately said, we see this business growing top line 3 to 6%. And given the fixed assets we have in place, our tax professionals, our real estate, our technology, we can see earnings growing faster. And so we just love the outlook for the company, and we had a great day with our analysts.
And Jeff, when we talk about growth here, or at least the expectations amongst investors for growth or the growth that they want, is there a sense here that you can do that with the existing customer base that you have, or is this really about expanding the number of people who are using your service?
It's really a combination of both. You know, we start from a place of serving 20 million customers in really the most intimate personal financial transaction of their year, their taxes. In small business, we serve 2.5 small business owners. And so today we're starting from a strong base, but you know, like anything, this is about serving the customers we have better with better services and attracting new customers to the brand through an enhanced value proposition.
It's interesting. I'm reading some notes from analysts, and they say that the coronavirus has hastened this long-term shift to sort of do-it-yourself assisted tax prep. But has that just pulled forward demand that was already there? Do you expect then slower growth once COVID is over?
The way we look at it is historically the business has been comprised of two things. It's been a very legacy business. You either got help from somebody or you did taxes yourself. What we've been building the last 3 years, which were fully deployed in this past tax season, is the ability to get expert help from a tax professional without having to go to an office if you're uncomfortable doing that. So this past tax season during COVID, those digital capabilities were really put to the test. And we saw customers dropping off their documents, but then reviewing and approving their return online or uploading their documents digitally. And so as we go into this tax season, those capabilities have even gotten better than we had last year. And we really see that's the change, is consumers can get expert help, not do taxes themselves, but use all the digital capabilities to be able to do that.
Jeff, it's interesting that you're doubling down on your focus in SMEs. And of course, you've got more than 2 million or so customers there already. But SMEs are so hard hit by COVID. We know the pressure they're under, the talk, the desire for further stimulus. What are you seeing from those customers, and how right is it to be pegging your business model to them?
Well, there's absolutely no question. I mean, small business owners have been hit hard by the pandemic, especially those that are retail based. Keep in mind, most small businesses owners are service-based businesses, and they've been impacted in a different way. All that said, just like in 2009, we're very optimistic about the entrepreneurial spirit in America. We expect that small business owners will lead us out of this recovery again. And we see that happening already with explosive numbers of new businesses being started. So while the economic conditions right now are certainly hard, we absolutely are bullish about what's about to come.
Are you expecting to, you're expecting a lot of your folks to maybe be solicited for advice and maybe how to deal with some of these businesses that either were effectively closed for a good portion of the year or, you know, otherwise ran into significant financial trouble? I would assume that for some of these businesses, there would be sort of some potentially positive tax implications should they be able to work through them.
Well, there absolutely could be. We've been tracking about 1,200 small business owners since the summer and have done several waves of research with them. One of the most concerning things that we learned, and really to your question, about 90% of them said that throughout COVID, they had not consulted with any financial expert. And so we know that there's opportunities for these small business owners to think about the structure of their business, to think about cash flow management strategies, tax strategies. But like all entrepreneurs do, they wear so many hats. They think they have to do it themselves. And so that's really our message to small business owners is there is help you can get, and you should rely on an expert to think about your financials so you can really run your business that only you can do best.
Jeff, what does the Joe Biden presidency mean for A, higher taxes, B, or potentially more tax scrutiny and people really needing to make sure their forms are accurate?
So this is a company that's been around since 1955. We've been through dozens of administration changes, tax codes, federal and state. And every year we do the same thing, which is digest what changes and then help our customers maximize and get the best outcome possible. There's a lot of talk, obviously, about what could happen to corporate tax rate. There's talk about could the new administration maybe roll back or make changes to the Tax Cut and Jobs Act. It's unlikely that either of those are going to happen for this tax season, but those are things we'll pay close attention to and help our customers a year from now.
Jeff, we've only got about a minute left, but I'm interested by the fact that you're focusing on the underbanked, the underserved, and this is something that we keep talking about on the program with the unequal recovery as it stands. How do you hope to do that? How does that benefit H&R Block?
Well, we start from a position of serving Main Street America. And that's really how we think about enabling financial confidence for them. You know, today we have millions of clients, about 80% of them get a tax refund. That refund is the most important deposit they get all year. Today, through our product called the Emerald Card, about 2 million of them are loading about $9 billion of their refunds into this product. So we think that we have a great customer base that's tired of being charged fees and having to maintain the minimum balances. And we can build a fully featured mobile bank for the underbanked that serve them better than ever.